has
10 seconds. Stand by, swish and
landscaping
B.
services for you. It's all here. Find us fast in names and numbers, and we'll see you in the garden.
Roll B.
Staters clean up after damage caused by severe weather late last week. And the first real
Stand by
test
2 with a
of
push.
storm siren policy, why some Southwest Missouri residents say it causes confusion.
The 4 states.
Start your push.
Watch this. Start
KOAM.
now. Good morning. Welcome to the KOAM Morning News. 6 o'clock on a Monday. I'm Dave Klein.
And I'm Tanya Bott. Coming up
CG's
this
clear.
half hour, another warning for parents who are considering buying breast milk over the internet. We'll have more on that in Health Watch.
And renewal for a police department in the Northeast. How community policing is bringing hope to Camden, New Jersey.
Stand by storm. Take
Here's a
storm.
look at the weather this morning. It is cool and
3 will need to get a
damp.
desk after weather.
Mist and drizzle, light fog here.
We have
and
no
there.
more inserts except for the
Currently
tall screen in
50
the
in
health
Chinook.
block.
It's 52 in the Osho this morning. The clouds will stay with us today. Should clear off a little bit tonight, and we do expect to see some sunshine on Tuesday. We're going to have some breezy winds today and again tomorrow. And rain back in the forecast. Showers and thunderstorms will be possible by Tuesday night. And looks like this week it's going to be similar to last week, where we may see several rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms this week. For today, mostly cloudy, winds out of the south at about 15 to 25 miles an hour today, 74 the high today, up to 80 tomorrow, and then those showers and storms back in the forecast for Tuesday.
Stand by camera 3.
Thursday, and again we'll have to keep an eye on
Take 3.
that activity.
Stand by 1.
Become strong to severe, but you know, it's April around here, so that's something
Take 1.
we constantly have to watch for. We'll be doing that.
Yeah,
Stand by camera 2.
You never know.
Showers and storms.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Take 2.
Well, weather forecasters say severe thunderstorms are likely in parts of Oklahoma by the middle of the week. The National Weather Service in Norman says severe storms and a threat of tornadoes are possible across portions of the central U.S.
Staying
on
on 2.
Wednesday and Thursday. With several days of daylight since Thursday night's storms, we now have a better assessment of that damage. Hail from those storms range from pea-sized to
Stand by
the size of
package and
golf
A.
balls. And for some car owners, that means the loss of some cold, hard cash. Here's KOAM's Tim Spears.
Roll A. Take it.
Living in the Midwest,
128 standard.
40 Adams has grown accustomed to severe weather,
I've never really been scared of storms.
but he'll admit he should have been Thursday night when funnel clouds and hail hit the area.
Well, we had been to Pittsburgh, went out to eat, was on our way home. I was trying to hurry up and thought maybe I could get home before it hit, and I didn't make it that far.
We've gotten a lot of phone calls from insurance agents and
Clear.
insurance providers around the area.
Don Burris owns an auto body shop in Parsons.
You just slowly take a little slide hammer and you can pull that dent out.
Less than 24 hours after the storm, which featured golf ball-sized hail, he's given over a dozen estimates for dent and windshield repair.
I'm anticipating that we're going to be rather busy in the next few weeks.
Burris said while a single dent may only cost $5 to fix, heavy hail damage that came from Thursday's storm can cost thousands per vehicle.
I probably should have stayed home last night instead of going out to eat for one, but I would know next time I will listen to my wife when she tells me we better go park somewhere or stay out of the rain.
I would say honestly there's probably a couple $100,000 around this area, in vehicle damage. I would say, and that's probably a low number.
I've been told anywhere from $3,000 or $4,000.
10 seconds out standard. Stand by
Maybe
camera
not quite
2.
as bad as I was afraid, but it wasn't pretty.
In
Also
Parsons,
stand by VO and
Tim
B.
Spears, KOAM News.
Q Tanya.
Storm season has only
Stand by
begun.
VO and
More
B.
storms are expected this week.
Roll B. Take it.
In northeast Oklahoma, more than cars were
CG's
damaged.
clear.
Some structures were torn up in the Afton area. The National Weather Service's Tulsa team surveyed the damage and confirmed an EF1
Stand by
tornado
VO&A.
touched down there. Winds were estimated at 100 to 110 miles per hour.
Roll A.
South
Take
of
it.
Afton, Oklahoma, sheet metal and debris lined the street and hung from trees over a roughly 2-mile stretch. Wheatley's Ranch appeared to have been the hardest hit. The family and friends of 7 hid in a closet with their 3 dogs during the storm. The roof and walls of their
Stand by
shop
SOT and
and
B.
barn were ripped off their foundation, but fortunately they were safe in the house.
Roll B. Take it.
My
To take
boyfriend
shelter,
and I were
15
sitting
seconds.
Inside, and then, when we came outside, we
CG's
saw
clear.
all
Stand by
the
to Cura over
destruction
VO.
and everything. It all became so real, and I was just devastated. I was like, who knows what could have happened to us if we would have waited any longer to take shelter.
Bring it down and cure.
Wheatley's trailer was also thrown
Stand by
at least
camera
50
3.
yards clear across their neighbor's yard.
Take 3.
After last week's storms, 4 staters have been sounding off about a new storm siren policy put to the test Thursday night. Recently, emergency managers from
Stand
several
by.
areas in
VONA.
southwest Missouri agreed to have standardized policies for when and how to sound storm sirens. There was a tornado warning in Joplin Thursday night.
Roll A.
Some
Take it.
residents say the numerous sirens for the same storm
CG's
event
clear.
created confusion. In Joplin, there is no all-clear siren. Instead, there's a steady tone for 3 minutes. The sirens may be sounded multiple times to let people know the severe threat is ongoing. But one woman said
Stand by.
some
SOT and
relatives
B.
did not know what the sirens meant.
Roll B. Take it.
We don't really understand
To take
what's
cover,
going
7
on,
seconds.
so
CG's clear. Stand
are
by
we
to
gonna
cure
sit
over
and
VO.
watch TV, or are we going to go take cover?
Bring it down and cure.
Emergency officials remind people storm sirens should almost be the last source of information for dangerous situations. Better sources are local media, radar, and weather radio. Even though emergency officials
Stand by
say
camera
yes,
3.
Maine counties are following this new siren policy, sirens in Carl Junction still sound only once. Again, there is no all-clear siren.
Take 3.
A group responsible for managing Oklahoma's floodplain says bills moving through the legislature that prohibit cities from regulating oil and natural
Stand by
gas drilling
VONA.
operations could prevent the state from participating in the National Flood Insurance Program.
Roll A.
The
Take
Oklahoma
it.
Floodplain Managers Association has sent a letter
CG's
to
clear.
lawmakers warning the local control legislation might prevent flood insurance policies from being written and renewed. The bills would limit the ability of local governments to regulate
Stand by
drilling
camera
issues,
3.
including setbacks, noise, odor, and dust. They would also prohibit local governments from banning drilling.
Take 3.
The National Flood Insurance Program requires
Stand by 2,
participating
Nexi
communities
2,
to
and
adopt
storm.
and enforce an ordinance that reduces the risk of flooding in the 100-year floodplain. In return, the federal government provides subsidized flood insurance.
Take 2.
607.
Take Nexi 2.
7-day forecast.
Take storm.
Mostly cloudy, breezy today, a high of 70.
Stand by 2, stand by Nexio.
Tomorrow.
Take 2.
Here at KOAM,
Stand by
we're
next
proud
to you.
honor our 4 state heroes.
Roll
This
it.
morning we
Take it.
salute a Korean War veteran, Specialist Edward Sarduk. He served in the U.S. Army from 1954 to 1956. Sarduk earned a sharpshooter medal, a good conduct medal, and was honored
Stand by 2 with music and pole.
Town, Joplin, Missouri.
We are proud to salute Edward Sarduk, our 4 state hero.
Take it. Sound it. Start
That's a
your
look at
pole.
this morning's top stories
Stand by
and
VO and
weather in
B.
our first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOAM
Roll
Morning
B.
News.
Take it.
The police force in Camden, New Jersey disbanded 2 years ago following corruption and budget cuts. Now it's the source
Stand by
of
VO and A.
praise for officers participating in community policing. That's ahead.
Roll A.
And
Take
while
it.
you may need to thank an older brother or sister who seem to have all the brains growing up, what a new study finds about a spillover effect for future generations. More on that.
Stand by VR.
You're watching the KOAM Morning News. More real news in the morning. We'll be right back.
Fade to VR and roll it. 10 seconds. Stand by Joplin with funky music.
Closed captioning brought to you by Via Christi Hospital. Our mission committee recognizes our Associate of the Month, Pauline Vaughn.
Cue 'em.
Welcome back. It's Monday once again. It's a little dreary this morning, and it sure was dreary on Easter Sunday. I'm hoping for a little better weather than we ended up.
Stand by camera 1.
Either rained or was misting most
Oh,
of
they
the
need
day.
prompter.
Chilly too.
Yeah. Well,
Take
this
one.
next
You have it?
story is one
Thank you.
about renewal.
Oh,
The
not that
police
far.
force in Camden, New Jersey
Right
was in such rough shape 2 years ago it was
Stand by
disbanded,
package and B.
That's okay.
and now it's being praised as an example of good policing.
Here's Teresa Duncan.
Roll B. Take it.
Once upon a time, there was a little old
CG's clear. 224 standard.
Virginia Matias reads to kindergartners each week.
Killer mics.
She's establishing a connection she hopes will extend beyond the classroom.
When I was growing up, I didn't have anything like that with police officer. There wasn't any type of
CG's
program.
clear.
Matias patrols the streets of North Camden on foot,
Hello, hello.
checking in on neighbors
Hello, how are you doing today, sir?
and greeting people. It's an attitude many in this community are still getting used to. In 2012, Camden was known as America's most dangerous city after a record 67 homicides in a city with fewer than 77,000 people. As a result, in 2013, Camden eliminated its entire police force, plagued with corruption and budget cuts, and replaced it with a new one, run by the county. Chief Scott Thompson.
The organization that we created was one in which a culture from day one was that our officers would be guardians and not warriors.
A total of 411 officers were hired, up from 250. There are now fewer squad cars and desk jobs, which means more boots on the ground. Last year, homicides dropped 42%, and the average response time to 911 calls is now less than 5 minutes, down from more than 60 minutes 3 years ago.
This is the same as if you were letting your parents down. You wouldn't want to let somebody down who you trust.
20-year-old Jeremy Lopez has been living here his whole life and notices a difference. Recently, his family called police because of a neighborhood dispute.
I swear, like six cop cars came.
Within a matter of minutes?
Within like maybe 10 minutes max.
Pastor John O'Parker Jr. leads a congregation of about 500. What is it about community policing that has really made a difference in Camden, specifically?
I think it's the heart of your chief. And when you have a heart that spreads through your crew.
You're doing a great job! As for Officer Matias, eliminating violence starts with earning the trust of her community.
What do you want to be when you grow up? A nurse?
10 seconds out, standard, standby camera 1.
To the next generation that has the power to change Camden's storyline. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, Camden, New Jersey.
Cue 'em.
Making a positive change.
Looks like it's working for them.
Stand by full screens.
Here's a look at what's going on around town.
The Crawford County Health Department is offering free MMR vaccines. This is for measles, mumps, and rubella. This is for teachers, daycare providers, or other adults born after 1957. This will be Friday from 8 until 5 at the Health Department in Pittsburgh, and it's first come, first served. Supplies are limited.
And it's a birthday bash for Neosho artist Thomas Hart Benton. That's this Saturday from 1 to 3 in the afternoon at the Schoolhouse in Neosho. That's 121 North Washington Street. It is free to attend.
And we've got a benefit gospel concert featuring the Goulds, a nationally known gospel group from the 4 states. This will be April 11th at 6 p.m. at the First Christian Church in Columbus, Kansas.
Standby VR.
Accepted for Columbus residents Joyce and Dennis Johnson. We'll take a break and check the weather again when we return.
Fade to VR and roll it. 10 seconds out, standby Dave in next to 2.
For making us Southwest Missouri's low price leader for 25 years. Click MaysAutomotive.com for the biggest discounts in Missouri.
Cue Dave.
Just about 6:07.
Standby camera 3.
Monday
Take
morning,
3.
early April, and we're in for a
CG's
cloudy
clear.
and kind of damp day. We've got some mist and drizzle that'll be around through about 10 o'clock this morning.
Standby camera 2.
Pretty much hang around all day long today.
Take 2.
Looking at the potential for more stormy weather this week. Today should be quiet, but otherwise cloudy. 52 now. Winds are currently out of the south at 7 miles an hour. These winds will be increasing, and it's going to be another
one update in generic, Scott.
Today, kind of like it was on Sunday. And the air very moist with the relative humidity now at 97%. And again, it looks like an active weather pattern for us this week. Not much going on currently. And things will stay quiet today. It should clear off some tonight. And we'll at least see the sunshine out on Tuesday. But by tomorrow night, here comes the first round of showers and thunderstorms moving through overnight on Tuesday. And then we'll see additional chances for showers and storms this week on Wednesday and Thursday, and there will be at least some potential that we could get some strong to severe thunderstorms at that time, Wednesday and into Thursday, maybe as early as tomorrow night, but we'll be watching that. Here's a look at our temperatures, mostly in the low to mid 50s this morning. Parsons checking in at 53, also 53 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Joplin and Carthage. 74, the high today. Winds from the south, 15 to 25 miles an hour. And we'll expect a partly cloudy sky tonight.
Camera's clear.
It won't be quite as cool. Temperatures bottom out at around 64. It'll still be breezy for us tonight and on Tuesday. A high up to 80. Tomorrow, showers and storms in the forecast. Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday, with the weather settling down some for Friday.
Standby camera 3.
Saturday.
Take 3.
The KOAM
Standby to
Morning
VR.
News will be right back.
Fade to VR and roll it. Standby next to you.
Register today for the 4th Annual Tent City in Parsons, April 17th.
Roll Nexio, take it. Bring it down and cure.
Topping Health Watch this
Stand by
morning. Another
VO&A.
caution for parents considering buying breast milk online.
Roll A, take it.
Researchers at Nationwide Children's Hospital found 1 in every 10 samples of breast milk purchased over the internet contained added cow's milk,
Stand by
which
VO
could
and B.
pose a danger to infants. Doctors say many parents look for human milk online because their infants have an allergy or an intolerance to cow's milk. A previous study indicated more than 75% of samples also had bacterial or viral contamination.
Roll B, take it.
A Rhode Island doctor who treated Ebola patients in Liberia introduces an Ebola prediction tool researchers say may help identify patients sooner. Other illnesses have some of the same symptoms of Ebola, so the prediction model
Stand by
could
VO&A.
help determine which patients should be isolated while waiting for test results.
Roll A, take it.
And although exercise is considered key to good health, a new study finds fewer than half of U.S. doctors trained in 2013 received formal training on the subject. Researchers at Oregon State University reviewed American medical
Stand by
school
camera 3.
curriculums and discovered most do not offer any courses on physical activity.
Take 3.
If you have an older brother or sister who seem to have all the brains growing up and left you feeling overshadowed, a new study finds you may have reason to thank them. Susan
Stand by
McGinnis
package and
reports
B.
on a spillover effect that could have your children passing along their smarts to the young ones.
Roll B, take it.
The
113
three boys
standard.
in the Guard family, Cyan, Cameron, and Millen, play games around a dinner table at their Lorton, Virginia home. Often word games.
Georgia.
And number games.
32,768.
Their parents say 8-year-old Cyan excels at school and his younger brothers are benefiting.
The teachers have commented to us, Cameron's picked up math pretty quickly as well. And
Clear.
I attribute that to Cyan's help.
A new study from the University of Essex in England backs up what the Guard family's noticing. Researchers looking at primary school test results found that children with an older sibling who does well in school perform better. And the so-called spillover effect is the equivalent of investing about $1,000 extra on the younger sibling's education. Older children who help younger siblings with homework have an impact.
101 is your answer.
If the sibling is smarter and the younger one
Clear.
emulates them, imitates them, then they're going to have performance that's similar.
George Washington University's Richard Lanthier says the effect is strongest when siblings
10
get
seconds
along.
out standard. Stand by camera 3.
So what is that called? Sequence.
They're learning by looking up to a big brother. Susan McGinnis, CBS News, Lorton, Virginia.
Hey, Tanya.
The study found the effect does
Stand by
not
music.
work in reverse. Improvement in younger siblings was not found to benefit an older child. Spillover effect was found to be larger for siblings in poor families living in deprived neighborhoods and in those speaking a language other than English at home.
Sound it.
Let's look at some of
Stand by
today's
VR.
health stories. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Fade to VR and roll it. 15.
Farmers Co-op in Columbus introduces the
Stand by
brand new
2,
garden
Nexi
that
2,
chemicals,
Storm.
Insecticides and sprays are all now in one place. The Co-op also has a
Stand
full
by
line of
everybody and
liquid dry
everything.
fertilizers, so book your custom application acres today. Farmers Co-op in Columbus, owned by farmers for farmers.
Cue 'em.
It's 6:27.
Take Nexi 2. Take Storm. Stand by 2 and music. Also stand by VO&A.
And a high of 74.
Take 2, sound
More
it.
real news ahead, including
Roll A.
storm
Take
sheltering
it.
policies in the 4 states. Why new protocol is causing
Stand by VO&B.
confusion among residents in Southwest Missouri.
Roll B.
And a
Take it.
preview of tonight's NCAA championship game between the Wisconsin Badgers and the Duke Blue Devils. You're watching the KOAM.
Stand by VR.
We'll be right back.
Fade to VR and roll it.